If you want to get some design practice in Figma, today we're diving in to create a streaming app. Hey guys, it's Kaylor. Welcome to the YouTube channel. So today we're designing a streaming app and we're going to build out two screens. We're going to create the home screen as well as the get started screen. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get started with today's Figma design tutorial. Also, if you are interested in the completed project file, it's available to channel members and you can download that via the community tab if you're a member. So let's set up our frame to get started. So F on the keyboard, I'm gonna grab the iPhone 13 Pro Max. You can choose to go for a light theme or a dark theme. I'm personally gonna go with a dark theme, so I'm just gonna change the fill on that frame to black. Shift R on the keyboard will bring up the rulers. And then R on the keyboard for the rectangle tool, I'm just gonna drag out a 36 by 36 point rectangle. And then I'm gonna drag over a guide so that it's 36 points from the side there. I'm gonna do the same at the bottom, dragging that down. And then I can just delete that. And then I'm gonna drag one on the left at 36 points. Then from the top, I'm gonna drag one out 72 points. So we have 72 gap at the top, 36 on all the rest of the sides. That's gonna be the setup for our frame. So let's grab a hamburger menu. So I'm using Untitled UI Icons. It's a nice free kit. I'm just gonna search menu here in my assets. I'll go with the toolbar. We'll just drag that in. I'm gonna grab the selection color and swap that to white. Then with the aspect ratio locked here, I'm gonna bump this up to 32 by 32 just to make it a little bit larger. And we'll put that in the top left-hand corner right on our rulers. T on the keyboard, we'll grab some type here. I'm gonna type out new episode. So the first section that I'm gonna showcase is that typical card section where it shows the latest shows or whatever announcements the app wants to showcase on the home screen. The font I'm gonna be using in this design is called Switzer, which is from FontShare, and that is free to download. So you can head over to fontshare.com and download that family if you're interested in using the same font that I am. So I'll set this to a bold weight. And then I'm gonna leave it at 12 points. So it's gonna be a pretty small tag. Make sure it's aligned to the left. And then I'm gonna set this to my primary color, which in my design is gonna be purple. And the color code on it is 9074F7. So if you wanna change up the color, you can. I'm just gonna be using a purple throughout my design. And I'm gonna drag this and align it on the left-hand ruler. And I'm gonna put 36 points of space below our menu bar. I'm gonna hold Option or Alt and click and drag to create a duplicate. And then I'm gonna change this to the title of the show that I want to showcase. So my streaming service is gonna be for anime. So I'm just gonna put an anime title here. I'm gonna leave it at bold, but I'm gonna bump it up to 24 points. And I'm gonna change the fill on this one to white. Then I'm gonna place this 2 points below our new episodes. So just a little bit of space there. Next, we can create a card. So I'm gonna hit R for the rectangle tool, and I'm just gonna drag out a card that is the same width as our rulers there. And for the height value, I'll set that to 208. I'm gonna be applying some border radius to our rectangles. So on this one, I'm gonna set it to 20, just to get a nice round. Let's go ahead and add a stroke to this just to make it pop a little bit more. So I'm gonna grab the fill there, and we'll bump that up to a lighter colored black, and then I've got a little bit of purple in it, just slightly. So it's 1A, 1-9, 1B. I'm gonna set this to the outside, and I'm gonna bump it up to a 2-point border. Then for the fill, I'm just gonna swap this to an image. So I'll go grab that image. I'll just throw in an image from that anime. I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna drag this below our heading with 16 points of spacing. And I want a play icon on top of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the plus on fill. And I'll add a pure black color at 40% opacity just to make that a little darker. Then on the keyboard for the ellipse tool, I'm just gonna drag out an ellipse that's 48 by 48. And I'm gonna center that on the top of our card. And then I'm gonna change that to the purple that we're gonna be using throughout. I'm gonna need a play icon. So in my assets, I'll just search for a play icon. So I'm just gonna drag in this filled circle, and I'm gonna scale it up to the same size as our purple. And I'm actually going to change this to purple. And then I'm going to change the ellipse behind to white. And then with both of those selected, I'm going to hit Command G to group them. And I'll just call that play icon. I want the user to be able to swipe on this card and see the different featured. And I also want it to autoplay. So I'm going to have some paging down here. So we'll go ahead and create that now. I'm gonna start by grabbing the ellipse and I'm gonna drag out a 6x6 circle. For the fill on this one, I'm gonna set it to 222, 124. I'm gonna duplicate this and put 4 points in between each one of these that represents a different card. So I currently have 4. Now I'm gonna go grab a rectangle. And I want the selected page to be a little bit longer. So this is an 18x6 rectangle. Then I'm gonna go set the border radius to 100 and change the fill to the primary purple and 4 points in between that. So we have the paging now. I'm gonna group that. I'm gonna center it onto our design. So that's 185 points on each side. And then we'll put that 16 below our card. The next section I'm gonna do is a continued watching. So below the featured, we'll have that. So I'm gonna hold Option or Alt and drag out this title text, create another one. And I'm gonna lower this one down to 20 just to create a little bit of contrast between that and the larger font. And I'm gonna change this title to Continue Watching. I'm gonna put this 36 points below the paging there. So you'll notice that we're consistently using that to separate each of our sections. So we're not needing any hard lines or anything. We're just using the white space to organize all of our content. Okay, so let's feature a video. So I'm gonna grab a rectangle and just drag one out. We'll set it to 212 on the width by 124. For the border radius, it needs to be smaller. So we'll set it down to 8. So that's a good border radius tip. The larger the element, the larger the border radius, and the smaller the element, it needs to be lowered so it just looks proportional and nice. And we'll drop that 16 below the heading. For the fill, I'm just gonna grab a image, and then we can hit the plus once more on the fill and bump up the opacity to 40% to add a bit of an overlay effect onto that. Then since we have the border radius on this rectangle, it wouldn't look right if we had just a rectangle here at the bottom showing the progress that we've watched through this video. So I'm gonna actually use a border on the entire rectangle to replicate the play bar. So we're gonna add a new stroke. And for the stroke, it's gonna be on the outside. I'm gonna bump it up to 2 points. Then where the trick comes in is I'm going to change it to a linear gradient. And then I'm gonna put one swatch on the left-hand side and the other on the far right-hand side. So now we have that gradient lined up the way we need it. On the left, we're gonna set it to purple. On the right, we're gonna set it to the black color that we used on our other border radius, which is 1A, 19, 1B. And the trick to this is I can just click here on the gradient and set this to 100% opacity at our purple color. And then I can click once more and paste in that gray color. So I'm gonna set that to 100% opacity and the last one to 100%. So we're transitioning from solid purple to this gray color. And so wherever I want the player to kind of show where the user left off, I can drag this purple swatch and then drag this swatch right on top of it. And it makes a nice, pretty close to a hard cut right there. You can't even see it. And so that's how we can show how far the users watched through this video. So I think that's a pretty cool way to get around having the border radius on the card like that. So below this, we need a title for this anime or show, depending on whatever app you're making. So I'm just gonna T on the keyboard for the text tool, and I'll just type out the word title for now. We'll stylize this at medium, and we'll set it to a 14 point. And for the color, I just dropped it down to 60% opacity, which makes it a light gray. I'm gonna put this 8 points below our video, and then I'll just fill in the title of the show. So now what I'm gonna do is drag and grab the video and the title and hit Shift A to adjust that into an auto layout. Then from here, I'm going to hold Option and duplicate it, and then I'll update it for a second show. So now I have 2 of those. It looks like you can swipe over on this. And so I'm featuring Marimashita Irumi-kun and One Piece here. So let's move on down to the next section, and then I'll feature the popular anime. If you're doing a just normal streaming app, you can just do popular shows. So I'm just going to copy the title and drag that down. Again, 36 point spacing to separate each section. And then we'll just say popular anime. And then I'm just going to drag out a rectangle. For this one, we'll set it to 98 by 142. For the border radius, we'll go with the same 8 points and put that 16 below the heading once more. It's gonna grab an image, And then since I'm going to have a menu bar down at the bottom that's covering this up, I'm not going to put the title below it, but you can if you want. I'm just going to grab this and hold Option or Alt, put 16 points in between it. And with both of those selected, I'm just going to hit Shift A to put it in auto layout so I can just easily copy and paste a few times until we have them running off the screen so it looks like we can swipe. And then I'll just go through and change each one of the images. And then we have our collected list of popular anime. So next up, let's create a menu bar down here for the bottom. I'm going to do this out in kind of this pasteboard just so we have some area to work with. So I'm just going to go to the assets and I'm going to search for each one of these icons. So we need a home icon, so we'll drag that in. So the different tabs of the app are the home screen, your bookmarked or favorite shows, you can search, and then your profile. So I'm just going to align this and make it look a little nicer here. And then with the selected colors, we'll go with white. And then I'm going to drop the opacity on all of them by pressing 6 on the keyboard to 60%. And then I'm going to select the first one, put it back to 100, and set it to our primary color, which is purple. So there is all of our tabs that we're going to have for our app. I'm actually going to move this down below our frame. So I'm actually going to grab the popular anime and all of the titles and just drag it out of our way for now. And then I'm going to drag our icons up into our frame. Shift A to start an auto layout. And then I'm going to rename this. I'll just call it menu bar. And then in between each one of these icons, I'm going to put 79 points, which will allow us to have 48 padding on the left and right of our nav icons. I'm going to center that. And so now I'll actually set the left and right padding to 48. Notice how I'm not using 36, which we're using for our guides, because it wouldn't look right if our nav icons were on the edge. So I've pushed them in to 48. Then I'm going to put 20 on the top and 48 on the bottom. So we can now align that to the bottom and centered. And let's give it a fill of black. Then we'll add a stroke to this. We'll set it to outside, bump it up to 2. And then give it that same black color we've been using, 1A, 19, 1B. And you'll notice that the border there is only visible on the top, so it looks like a divider, which is good. And so now we have a nice menu bar. I'm going to bring that all the way to the front with the right square bracket key. Then I'm just going to drag back in the popular anime, send it to the back with a left square bracket key, and then just position it on that left guideline and 36 points below our last section. Shift R to turn off our rulers for now, so we can take a look at our app so far. If you want, you can add a gradient down here. So you can just grab a rectangle and just drag one out and put it right above our menu bar there. And then it's up to you how tall you want to make it. And then you can just set this to a linear color. Set both of the values to pure black. And then on the bottom, set it to 100%. And on the top, set it to 0. Just so it fades in a little bit nicer with the menu bar there. So that's an option if you like that better than having that hard line. So for a splash of color, I'm just going to add some circles up here into the top right. So I'm just going to hit O on the keyboard or go up here to the drop down and grab the ellipse. Holding Shift and Alt will just allow me to drag it in a perfect symmetrical circle straight from the center point there. 216 by 216 looks pretty good. I'm just going to drag that to around there. Then I'll hold Option or Alt to create another one. We'll make this one a little bit smaller, have it overlap slightly. Then for the fill on these, it's going to be a little darker of a purple. So 442 F93. And I'm just going to copy that color and apply it to both of these. Then selecting both, holding Shift, I can just hit 87 real quick. And it sets the opacity on these to 87. I'm going to take the smaller one and hit right square bracket key to bring it to the front. And then selecting the big one, let's actually drop that one down to 50 just to make the contrast a little bit stronger. We'll just play around with the alignment of these. And then left square bracket key to send that all the way to the back. And then we have our home screen done. All right, so let's also create another frame. So F on the keyboard, and I'll just grab the 13 Pro Max again. So let's create a bit of a splash screen. So a get started screen. So I'm just going to select my frame and we'll change this to the purple we're using, 907 for F7, one more time on that color code. Then I'm going to grab some text, so T on the keyboard. I'm just going to type in a catchy heading. And we're gonna make this nice and bold at 64 points, keeping it at bold weight. Then I'm gonna specify 120% on the line height, just to get it exactly the way I want it to look. And I'm gonna align this in the top left. And since I'm doing a anime themed streaming service, I'm gonna add in the Japanese word for anime, which is anime. And I'm going to change the color to black just to make it pop. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for Japan. I'm gonna put Nihon, and then I'm gonna put the Japanese period, and also change that to black. So just to add a bit of character to the heading and make it stand out a little bit more. Then let's create a get started button. So I'm just gonna create some text, get started, and we'll set this down to 16 points in size. And I'll leave it at bold since it is a button. Shift A to create a frame around it. Then I'm just going to center align this and then just drag out the frame on both sides and then center it. So that way we have a nice full width button. And then for the padding on the top, I'll set it to 24. And then we'll give that a fill, and I'll just fill it to straight black. And then we'll add a nice border radius to that as well of 12 points to give it some nice rounded edges. Then I'm gonna hit T on the keyboard. So now I have a button that says already have an account, sign in. And then I'm going to change this to regular weight. I'm gonna double click to grab a hold of the sign in, clicking, dragging to select it and bold it. So now we have already have an account, sign in. I'm gonna make sure this text is centered and center aligned. Then I'm gonna put this 32 from the bottom guideline there, and then I'm going to put 32 spacing from the get started. So that'll make a nice alignment there for a splash screen. So I'm just going to change that to get started because technically it is a get started screen. But now we have two screens for this app looking pretty good. And so that's going to do it for today's video, creating 2 frames for our streaming app. I'm actually going to make a part 2 to this coming soon on the channel, so make sure you subscribe for that and more content like this every single week. In the meantime, check out these design related videos, and as always, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.